may only be May, but the summer slowdown in Orange County has already begun. Unless we see interest rates drop dramatically sometime in the next couple months, there's also a good chance that demand has peaked for the year and will continue to drop over the next couple months. So what does this mean if you're thinking of buying or selling a home inside Orange County over the next couple months? That's exactly what we're going to be talking about today on my May 2025 housing market forecast for Orange County. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, real quick before we get into it, yes, I'm going to give you some numbers and stats. However, I'm always going to provide some context with that so you understand what these numbers actually means when it relates to you buying or selling a home. So first, let's go ahead and start with inventory. So right now, we're sitting at a little less than 4,400 homes on the market inside Orange County, and that is a dramatic uptick from just a month before, where we were hovering a little bit more than 3,600 homes. So we've added over 700 homes in just the last month. And when you look on the other side of things in terms of closed sales over the last 2 months, they really haven't shifted much. In fact, this month we've only seen about 75 more closed sales than we did the previous month. So when inventory has gone up by over 700 homes and closed sales only went up by about 75, we are continuing to see the Orange County housing market slowly cool off as we head towards summer. Now, this is also evident in the data when you see how many days it's taking for most homes to get into escrow. At the beginning of last month, it was about 28 days. However, today it's up to 35. So we added an extra week for the average time it takes homes to get into escrow. And again, this is just showing us that the market is cooling off as we get closer to summer. Now, you might be listening to this and thinking, okay, great, home prices are going to start dropping. Well, not so fast. So if you're a seller, this is probably welcome news. But if you look at the last 500 sales at the end of March and the last 500 sales at the end of April, the amount of homes that went into escrow at or above asking price has remained relatively the same at about 51%. So right now, I would consider the Orange County housing market to be more of a balanced market where neither buyers or sellers really have a significant advantage when they're going out to try to either purchase or sell their home. And in my opinion, this is finally a healthy Orange County housing market where you're not seeing prices skyrocket and you're not seeing home values decrease in any significant way either. And before we get into what to expect over the next couple months, the last thing I do want to mention is these are averages over all of Orange County. So every city, every zip code is going to have a slightly different market. So if you know what area you're planning on selling or buying a home in, you definitely want to make sure you're deep diving on those numbers to understand them better so you're not surprised when you either try to purchase a house or place your house on the market. So what does this all mean for anybody trying to buy or sell a home over the next couple months? Well, unfortunately, like it's been for the entire year, a lot of it is going to have to do with what interest rates are doing. So right now, interest rates are still in the high sixes. Last time I checked, they're at 6.87. And when interest rates are this high, you can expect this market to continue. You're going to see demand slowly decrease as it normally does as we head closer to summer. You're going to see inventory continue to go up, and you're going to see the market continue to slowly cool off over the next couple months. However, if interest rates start shifting even by maybe a 0.5% one way or another, it could dramatically impact the market. So if interest rates start to drop below 6.5%, we saw last year around the September timeframe that happened for a few weeks, demand picked up significantly. We had a bunch of new buyers flood the market, and we started seeing multiple offers again. So it doesn't take that much of a decrease to really impact the housing market. If we were to get down below that 6.5% again, expect the market to slowly start heating up even as we're going towards summer. And on the other side of things, when we see interest rates go above 7%, that's when things start to slow down more than expected. So if you see rates go above that range, expect inventory to build even faster, demand to grow even slower. Now, if you do see interest rates stay above that 7% for the long term, it wouldn't be unexpected to start seeing softening in the housing market and even some slight price decreases as we head through summer. So really everything right now in terms of where the market's going to be going for summer is going to be very highly tied to what interest rates are doing. So that's the thing you're going to want to be paying attention to if you're thinking of buying or selling a home over the next couple months. So what's my advice if you are thinking of buying or selling a home as we head through summer? Let's go ahead and start with buyers first. So like I've said, inventory is definitely going up. Buyers, this is giving you a lot more homes to choose from, especially compared to the last couple years when inventory was so low. So this enables you to go out to a house, check it out, and if you don't like it or maybe you're kind of half and half, you can skip it, go go to the next one, and that house will most likely still be there the next weekend because homes aren't selling immediately anymore. Now, that doesn't mean that all homes are not selling immediately. If it is move-in ready in a great neighborhood, priced and marketed correctly, we are still seeing those homes go into escrow in less than 2 weeks. So you do need to be a little bit careful depending on what type of home you're looking for. But in general, right now, you definitely can take a breather when you're looking for homes, not having to make your mind up right away and really waiting for that perfect opportunity to come available for you. It's going to be a great home that you're going to be able to live in for the long term. Now, on the selling side of things, and I've been saying very similar things over the last couple months, and it becomes more and more true as the market softens, but pricing is everything right now. If you overprice your home in this market, it is going to sit, and it's going to sit for a long time until you eventually start doing price reductions, and that's going to draw out those buyers that are looking for a deal, giving you lowball offers, and ultimately you're going to end up with a lower price than you could have if you just priced it correctly to begin with. So make sure you're really diving into the comparable sales in the neighborhood, not overpricing your home, and pricing it just right or maybe slightly below market value to draw some extra interest. And that way you're going to be guaranteed to get the highest price for your home that you can get by getting as many qualified eyeballs in your property, checking it out, falling in love with it. Because if you've ever purchased a home before, we all know that once you find a home that you love, sometimes the financial picture drops out a little bit and becomes a little less important, and you might be willing to stretch if that home has 10 out of the 10 must-haves for you. So keep that in mind as you're making your marketing strategy for getting your house on the market. In today's market, it's also a really good idea to make sure that you walk through way ahead of time with the real estate agent, figure out what updates you might be able to do, small things that are going to give you the most return on investment, as well as talk to a stager to figure out what they could do to help your home show even better. Between that, professional videos, photography is going to give you the best chance of getting the best offer for your home. Now, if you're watching this and saying, great, this information is a good overview of what's happening in the market. However, I have a lot of questions about my specific situation. Don't worry, I'm here to help. I offer a free 15-minute discovery call for anybody that has any personalized questions and needs some advice on what they should be doing in today's housing market. So to set up that phone call or Zoom call, all you have to do, depending on where you're watching this, you can find the link in the description below or the link in my bio. Set that up. I'd be happy to walk you through any questions you might have and get those answered so you have a clear picture of what you should be doing in today's housing market. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to check out these 2 videos right here, which can give you even more information to help you better understand today's housing market. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye, everybody.